Good morning. So this is week 4 rehabbing from a back injury. Today we're going to be talking about doing core and abdominal and back strengthening exercises in a chair or a couch or somewhere where you can sit. All right, place your hands behind your head, your tummy's tight and rib cage is lifted, and we're just going to go ahead and rotate 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice that I'm rotating from the trunk. I'm not leaning into my side from side to side, but keeping everything lined up. Cervical and thoracic spine rotating at the waist. Let's add a little bit of the core muscles. We're working the waist here and stretching. Now we're going to add the core. Here we go. Obliques. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, don't overdo it because this is a new way of working after you have hurt yourself. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move on to the inversion table. This is a different way of stretching as well. Now, you have to be very careful because if you have high blood pressure or you've never done this before, if you have fat in your arteriosclerosis, in your vessels, you gotta be careful you don't dislodge something. Make sure you have been okayed by your doctor to do this stretch. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna place our feet here in this table. Make sure it's nice and tight because certainly you don't want to, fall out of it. Place your hands on the inversion table and lie back. I'm going to go ahead. Now you can go halfway. So if you're not comfortable, you can just go halfway. If you're comfortable, I think the height is too high. It's going to be a challenge getting myself all the way down. Okay, here we go. So here we go. And if you can, I think I should have shortened it. I'm working way too hard. Okay, but that's all right. I'm still feeling the stretch. And basically what you want to do, you can let go, I guess, but I'm going to need some help. Maybe my cameraman can bring me down to the ground. Okay, here. Oh, that's good. Okay, so notice I'm lengthening my arms out. I'm feeling my spine totally lengthen out. So the space between the vertebrae is opening up. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, the reason why it wasn't working for me is because I set the height up too long. And so here we go. All right, I guess I'm ready to come back. Oh, and sometimes, see, the thing is, depending if you, if you're not used to being upside down, it might increase the pressure in your head too. So you got to feel comfortable with it. Make sure it's okay for you and maybe go halfway at first. All right, so rest, ice, heat, stretch, core, upper body, and now if you can do the inversion table. Plus, on top of all that, you want to go to your chiropractor. Now your frequency of visiting your chiropractor probably has gone from 4 times a week to maybe 3 to maybe 2. Hopefully you're down to 1 time a week. And okay, next week we're going to be talking about, let me see. Oh, we're going to be adding treadmill because you don't want to run, but you want to do something that's going to begin to loosen the spine. All right, so 5th week, we're starting a light cardio workout. See you then.